to get the vehicle to where I need to go. There's gonna be a message, if the key fob battery's going low, there's gonna be a message on the DIC right there that says key fob battery low, and it gives you a percentage. Now, I told you this happened to me about 3 months ago. I'm driving down the road and said key fob battery 0%. Didn't even give me a notice, it just said 0%. Luckily, I was on my way to one of my stores and I was able to pull into service or go to parts, buy a battery, it pops off. So this whole thing right here comes apart. You guys are familiar with how that works, and you're able to do that. But again, it sends an electrical impulse to the ignition system to start that vehicle up. So that way you can safely get to where you need to go to. Your next step will probably be coming here and getting a battery for that. Any questions on the inside of the vehicle with what we talked about? Anything there? How do I get this? How do I get that? Because I'm about to blow your guys' mind here as we walk to the back. You good? Awesome. All right, let's head back here. As we're moving back here, we are back to the cap on this vehicle. So no capless fuel here. We are back to the cap, but it is on the driver's side, which is nice. My 17 Cruise, I have a cap on the passenger side, and I still, to this day, as I'm going to fill up with gas, get confused as to where my, been driving that thing for 3 years, and I'm like, we're okay. Oh, I'm on the passenger side. So just keep in mind, we do have a cap on here as well. This vehicle is built in South Korea on the same plant as Trax and the Encore GX. So, and you're gonna see here in a minute what I'm talking about with some things. Now here's where it gets a little interesting for me for the Trailblazer. I've got a manual liftgate here, right? No power liftgate. However, if I wanted a power liftgate, you'll notice there's a cutout here for that purpose, right? So on the Trailblazer, even on an RS, even on an Active, your two highest trims, if I want a power liftgate, I have to get a sunroof. It's called the Sun and Liftgate package. So a quick little hint for you guys as you're talking to your customers, or if you're walking the lot and wondering what this has in it, if you see a sunroof, know that you've got an automatic power liftgate. If you do not see a sunroof, know that there will be just a manual liftgate back here. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay, it's not a standalone option. You have to get them both. You can't just get the sunroof and the manual liftgate, or the power liftgate with no sunroof. You got to get both to do that. Okay, and that's what's a little different, because we've always known our higher trim levels to have those things standard, like our Premier, our High Country, things like that. LTZ, we've known to have, you know, power back there. So we're gonna have no power back here unless we've got a sunroof. Now, the good news is, anytime you do have a power liftgate, even on an LT, anytime you do have a power liftgate, you automatically get the hands-free projection. So the bow tie will come down on the ground. Obviously, we don't have one here with this LS, but anytime I get power liftgate, I automatically get the hands-free function. So kind of a nice thing to even have on an LT, to have that hands-free function on there, right? Every one of them are gonna come with a front license plate holder. Like I said, they are made in South Korea, so they're all gonna come with this. I know here in Michigan, we don't have to comply to front license plates like New York and Ohio and things like that do, but we will have that. Now, let me ask you guys this. If you take a look at the back of the seats here, what do you notice different about the back of these seats versus a normal crossover SUV that we have? Nothing. You don't notice anything different? It's very subtle, but I want to show you guys something here. You notice the split? There you go. Gary got it. The split is backwards. So normally we're used to what's called a 60-40 split. This is what's called a 40-60 split. And let me show you why. Can you lower that seat down back there for me, please? Perfect. Now, Tyler, can you come over here and lower that front passenger seat down for me up front? There's a button on the side, or a latch on the side, and just pull it all the way down. Just like your Trax, you have a flat folding front seat, okay? So you have a flat folding front seat going there. Now, if I had my split the other way, I would be giving up the big portion of my back seat to my passenger and leaving them the little jump seat to sit in, like on an airplane, right? So with the 40-60 split, you actually give your passenger in the rear more room, and we're still able to put things diagonally through here. Now let me show you guys something. I'm gonna lower this seat down right here. Look how much room you have in the back of this thing. From where you're at, corner to corner up front, you have just over 8 feet. 8 feet. When we met with the brand team, hey, how you doing? Good. When we met with the brand team before, months ago, before everything was shut down, we walked up to this vehicle to go through training on it. We walked up to this vehicle and it was all tinted out, and they had a Kayak sitting in here. So why is it 8 feet? Because a standard piece of lumber is 8 foot. So that way you're able to fit a standard piece of lumber back here if you needed to, or again, a kayak, something you're traveling with. That's a lot of room, 8 feet, almost 8.5 feet of length there. That is a huge amount of room there. So again, very convenient for your customer, and just a ton of room. I'll tell you, I could really use this kind of room. I'm moving right now, so for me, this would be awesome to have something like this. Now, I want to show you guys this as well. Can you take that out for me? Perfect. So you just saw we took this out. We got a lot of storage underneath here. We've got our spare tire under here, so you do have a donut spare there as well. Now, Gary, if you can do me a favor, Missy Elliott style, flip it and reverse it. Perfect. You'll notice, now go ahead and put that back in.
Upside down?
Upside down. All the way up top, there you go. You'll notice it's reversible as well, so if you've got muddy shoes, wet shoes, things like that, you're able to not ruin your carpet.